I'm happy to have my colleague, Jennifer. And Jennifer, please tell everybody where you are, who you are, and what you do.
Hey, Andrew. Yeah, excited to be here. So, Jennifer Crumpler, and I'm with BASF. I am the Fiber Development Manager, as well as manage our E3 Sustainable Cotton Program. And like you and I talked about earlier, I actually just landed back in the States on our sailboat after, kind of traveling through and bringing it back home. So, actually coming to you now from Charleston, South Carolina.
Nice. Most people are locked in their house, but you're locked in your boat.
Yep, locked in the boats, and we've practiced social distancing and practiced living sustainably with everything. So yeah, it's been a unique time right now.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Um, can you tell us a little about E3?
Yeah, so E3 is BASF's. E3 is our sustainable cotton program. So many people may be familiar with BASF. I think BASF kind of first hit the textile industry with indigo and some of the dyes and stuff that were used. And it's since then has evolved. And in the past year and a half, BASF actually purchased through their ag division cottonseed business. And so part of that is our sustainable cotton program that BASF has really invested time and energy to do. So what it is we actually work with cotton farmers throughout the whole cotton belt in the U.S. with this program, and have very unique parts of the program with our traceability and sustainability metrics and data that we can provide for the raw material portion.
And is this, for people that don't understand it, um,
Yeah.
is this a specific type of cotton, or is this a process or a way of farming?
So it's actually a little bit of both, Andrew, and that's where I think E3 and our sustainable cotton program is different from any program or cotton on the market. So BASF has a very unique business model where we actually have breeders that we work with that create our cotton brand. So stonebill, Fiber Max are our cotton brands that we have with farmers that we work with. And then the E3 Sustainable Program, as part of that, is actually our process in which we track that cotton, the sustainability metrics around the cotton, all the way through with our certificate of verification, all the way through the fiber value chain.
All right. So again, I'm going back to people that might not know. So fiber
Yeah.
and stoneville are seeds that you develop, and then you follow
Yes.
the product for basically from the seed development all the way.
Yeah.
You have all the information that goes into the production of both.
Yeah. So, and to kind of put it, I guess, a little bit simpler for those who maybe aren't as familiar with that portion of the fiber value chain is whereas when the cotton comes through out of the raw cotton comes to, goes through the mill, BASF, what we can do through our E3 program and through our business model is actually take that cotton back, not just to the farmer, but from that farmer who had the seed and grew it to that individual cotton breeder who bred that certain variety with all the characteristics. So that individual breeder, it may have taken 13 years for the cotton to get to market, and we can actually trace and track it back all the way through.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. What do you think is the most compelling feature of E3? If you had to describe it to
Yeah.
your Uncle George, what would you say? What would you say is the total cool thing about your product?
Okay, is this before Uncle George had been drinking or after? I'm kidding.
Give us both versions.
But so I think there's three kind of compelling parts to the E3 program. One piece is the traceability. So we definitely are very unique, as I told you before, whereas we can go back to the breeders, we can go back through production all the way through that value chain. So we have a very unique business model, and the traceability we can offer to the individual field. So not just the grower, yes, we can provide that, but that traceability to the individual field, latitude, longitude, marker of where that cotton was grown. Another piece of that is really our sustainability metrics. So I think a lot of people talk about sustainability, and whereas I'm excited and proud to work for BASF because sustainability isn't just a word that they use, it really is a way of life, and investment in time and energy is spent around that. In 2019, BASF was named the #1 sustainability company in Brazil, and there's a reason for it. It's because that's really always top of mind. And so one thing that we offer is a database that stands behind the claims of the matrix that we show. And so we have a full database that can say how are our cotton on a state or national level in the US. There's sustainability metrics around that. And then, one thing about it that's kind of unique is that right now, we do have BA and some of the things we're doing. We are focused right now, and this is a E3 is a U.S. focused program. We do have other opportunities globally on other levels, but that's the one thing that we can have some opportunity around. When you look at market and you look at cotton prices of it, BASF is really investing in with our growers and helping bring back value and premiums back to those growers to do what they do in the market.
Great, thank you. Can we dip into My Farms? You have a software that you've integrated in the E3 product that is pretty critical to the product. It's called My Farms, and I'm pretty sure almost 90% of the people watching this never heard of My Farms before.
Yeah,
Hear about it now. So can you go into a little bit of the detail, the granular on My Farms and how it works?
yes, absolutely. So because I always kind of tell people you might have been familiar with E3 previously, and I know you and your team, Andrew, done a phenomenal job helping work and promote sustainability in E3 and really the value around it. And one thing, after hearing from you and some others throughout the value chain, we found at BASF is that, we really need to provide and develop a really in-depth platform to capture data. And so that's where we were excited to partner with My Farms. And so the team at My Farms, Chris Finning, and they've done a phenomenal job with us helping develop a truly dedicated platform for cotton sustainability. It captures and it measures metrics that, run through in the US, the field to market system. So it's one of the only platforms that does that. But the great thing about this that we've seen is that we collect data in 7 different areas. So we can look at everything from greenhouse gas emissions to water efficiency, pesticide management, and usage. So all the data we capture and gather through that system allows us to really get some unique metrics and unique things about it. I'm really excited because, when you always launch something new, and I've talked about, now doing a lot of digital meetings, you never know what the new and change. Sometimes it's difficult or you're not sure what's going to happen, but we're excited because from 2019, we are very proud to say that right now we are currently #1 in the U.S. with grower enrolled sustainability programs. So we have over 500 growers that enrolled in our program in every cotton growing state. Over 700,000 bales that we have metrics around that can be traced back. So we're really excited about the platform and data and information we've been able to capture through My Farms that really kind of tells that deep story and gives us that database for things.
All right, well, I don't want to be provocative, but does any other cotton program have the ability to tell you the data on every plot of every farm that's used?
So I can tell you that no, we, there's some areas I can't comment on some other programs that are out there, but I can tell you that E3 at this point, we really are the only ones that trace it back to that individual level. And we have, dedicated force that's in the field. We have a sales force of, 200 people that are in the field working with us, capturing data, working through data, and making sure that what we're doing and capturing really brings value back.
Well, thank you, because I'm very biased because I really think your program is the best cotton program out there. And I am biased, and you have helped explain to the audience why I'm biased, because it's true.
Well, and it is. And that's the thing, Andrew, partner with, knowing and hearing from you and getting that counsel from you and your team and others throughout the value chain. We've seen from the beginning that, we're past the time in a society where smoke and mirrors, you can make claims or do things. And we realize, what, we really want to be on the forefront leading sustainability and leading that market. And so we want to put, the data behind it and let the data speak for itself.
Well, I love that. I wrote a paper on data in the cotton business. And if anybody wants information, please contact me or Jennifer. And Jennifer, thank you so much for being with us today. And enjoy the book.
Absolutely.
I hope, in some ways, I'm sure you hope we never go back to work.
Well, and that's kind of what I was hoping. The problem is we made it back to the States, and I'm like, wait a second, it turned really cold really quick. Where did that Caribbean air and weather go?
I hope to see you soon in person. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew.
Bye.